An emotional weekend, certainly for the Kennedy family and for a lot of people across the country. Joining us now from Baltimore is Ted Kennedy's niece, former Maryland Lieutenant Governor Kathleen Kennedy Townsend. Good morning.
Hi, Harry. How are you?
I'm well. Tell me your best memory of your Uncle Ted.
Well, there's so many memories of him, both political and personal. You know, I'm always touched by the fact that, you know, on the day that my cousin Teddy lost his leg, it was my wedding day, and I had asked whether I should, you know, postpone my wedding because it was so traumatic for our family, and he said no. And he came and he picked me up at my mother and father's house and walked me down the aisle, and during the time talked about his own wedding and what a wonderful time that can be. And he was in the most tough, difficult moment for his own self. He was trying to be helpful and open and positive for me. And I think that's sort of a metaphor for what he did throughout his life. He's had a terrible personal, tough times, and yet was always out there helping others.
You're my age, which means you're old enough to remember when Teddy and Bobby and JFK were all alive as brothers together.
Well, what I really remember is, you know, them together is primarily in Hyannisport when there were so many touch football games, which was great fun, or going sailing. I remember sailing with my uncle Teddy and my father, and we were in a race, and it was the three of us, and I was the ballast, which for those who aren't sailors means I was just dead weight and had to be up at the bow of the boat, you know, just getting wet for 4 straight hours. But you know, what I also remember during those times is not only sort of the fun family times, but obviously the sense of public life, and that you gave back to the country. My father was doing the Senate Racket Committee hearings. My Teddy, you know, ran for Senate in 1962. We remember that, and he was, you know, attacked that he was just running on his name. And I think, you know, my father, Attorney General, running because of his brother being president.
Sure.
But the point was, you're given opportunities, and then what do you make of those opportunities?
Right.
And I think what we saw over the last few days is that people said, Ted Kennedy, I don't know how you got to be senator, but when you were there, you did more than any other senator in American history.
I've got 20 seconds left. Does a Kennedy belong in your uncle's old Senate seat? Actually, I have 5 seconds left.
I think Teddy Kennedy gave much to our country. I think if my brother Joe wanted to run, I think he'd put up a great race and be a great senator. But there are a lot of people who can carry on Senator Kennedy's legacy.
Kathleen, thank you so much.